Hi, welcome to Crafts by Doti. It's always a pleasure to have you here. And for our new members, feel welcomed. We are more than grateful to you for choosing to be part of this family. On today's video, we will be making key-shaped key holder racks. Have you ever found yourself getting late when leaving your house simply because you can't keep track on your keys? Well, these key holder racks helps you to keep track of them all while bringing a touch of personality where you hang them. To complete this project, we need a quarter sheet of MDF measuring 48 by 12 inches. We then divide it into two equal parts measuring 24 by 12 inches. For the first step, we did find images on Pinterest on the shapes that we wanted. We then got them traced on the MDF boards by our friend who is a talented pen artist. If you have an interest in pen art, make sure to check his Instagram page that we will link on the description box below. You can as well get your template printed out to the size that you require. Once we had our key shapes laid on the board, we attached a brad point drill bit on our drill to create pilot holes. We then used a 10mm bit to expand the hole so that our jigsaw blade can go through easily. Pilot holes are really necessary for such projects because they make it easy for you to maneuver through areas which could otherwise be difficult, like the small shape inside the drawing. A point to note here: when making pilot holes, consider using a backing board underneath. It really helps to trap wood fiber around the exit points, creating a neat hole and preventing wood from splitting. You can see the difference here. Next, we will insert our jigsaw blade on the pilot hole and start cutting along the lines. If you happen to have a clamp, you can hold your MDF board tight on the work surface. We didn't have one, so we are using one arm to hold the board tightly. We started by working on the inner part, then completed with the outlines. You can start with whichever way that is comfortable. So this is our first key shape all done. We then jump into the second key shape, and this one is pretty easy since we are only working on the outlines and just a small part on the inside which won't require a jigsaw. We will need to create a circular hole towards the edge of our key, and we are doing this by attaching a hole saw measuring 50 millimeters on the drill. We then drill halfway from the top side, then turn it on the back side and drill through until the circular piece comes off. We did this so as to avoid splitting on the board. Once done with cutting out the key shapes, we go ahead and sand them down to smooth out areas that were imperfect. This is because the jigsaw tends to leave saw marks and rough edges which might not look good on your finished project. Next, we applied an undercoat with brown paint and finished it off with 3 coats of black paint while slightly sanding in between each coat. Once done with the painting, we measured and placed marks at 2-inch intervals. This will be the points where we will drive in the hooks. We then used a hammer and a nail to create visible marks. We did cut off the nail head and attached it on the drill to create pilot holes where our hooks will go in. We then drived in our hooks. and our key shape racks are ready for hanging. To hang the key holder racks on the wall, we placed a masonry bit on the drill and created 2 holes to which the 6mm wall plug will go in. When drilling holes on the wall, always create a pocket out of paper and tape to prevent dust from spreading all over the floor. We then attach them using 1.5 inch screws. This is a pretty easy project that you can try out if you are a woodwork beginner. There are various key rack designs available on Pinterest and which you can choose from to suit your style. Our key racks are done. If you enjoyed this project, please hit the subscribe button below so that you can be alerted anytime we have similar projects. Thank you for clicking into Crafts by Doti. Stay safe until we meet again.